Hi everyone! Today I want to show you these two models that I built for the Eurobricks TC30 competition. And basically the competition requires us to build two models, each under 300 grams, and that they should somehow work together. So I decided to build these two things. First we have a trophy truck and then the rescue helicopter. And I'm gonna start with the trophy truck first. Well, as the name suggests, it's a truck that is designed to run, or should I say drive, quickly over rough terrain. So first, of course, we have suspension. We have a live axle in the rear, which uses the ball joint and a couple of shocks, and independent suspension in the front. The front suspension uses soft shock absorbers, while the rear suspension uses hard shock absorbers, and basically it uses the suspension arms as linkages that support the ball joint. Next, of course, we have the steering. The steering is connected to the spare tire here. The spare tire transfers the torque via a U-joint, and then a couple of gears, and then the power gets transferred here all the way to this red handle, which basically moves the steering rack. And finally, I'm really proud because I also managed to squeeze in a fake V8 engine. So we can open the hood and you can see the engine here, and basically it is driven by the rear wheels via differential, gear, U-joint, and then directly into the fake engine, which basically uses the new-ish piston types, so there is nothing to rattle and things like that, and it works. Regarding aesthetics, I was really inspired by the Monster Energy and things like that, and it uses the classical green and black combination, so lime and black with a hint of white, and I decided to make the engine and certain details like shock absorbers in red color to give it a bit of a contrast. Regarding interior, you can open the doors and there are two seats inside with a steering wheel. All of this functionality, and the model weighs just shy of 300 grams. Now the second model, which is much lighter, at 250 something like grams, is the helicopter. And for this model I'm really proud because I managed to do something that I have not seen anyone do at this small scale. This model has collective control of the rotors, which means that when you move this handle, the pitch of the rotors changes. And you can move the handle here, you can move the handle inside the cab, you can use either of the blue handles, and you can see how the pitch changes. And that's not the only function. I also have this one-way mechanism, so when you push the steering rack inside, both rotors spin, and there is a ratchet mechanism, so the rotors are free to spin in one direction, so once you start it spins for a while. And there is a rubber band here which returns the rack back to the original position, so it's very swooshable. Another function on this side, there is worm gear, and if you spin it, you can retract the landing gear, and now you see the front gear is almost gone. You can see the rear wheels are now way above basically the bottom. So this makes it a bit more aerodynamic, and I think it looks really nice. So that's another function. And of course you can then lower it again. So I'm using a 2x2 tile here for the front wheel because of the limited space, and for the rear wheels I'm using slightly bigger wheels that fit on the smallest wheels. I don't know what's the type. Anyway, we have a landing gear that is capable of supporting the weight. And talk about the weight, it is almost perfectly balanced here at the rotor, and yes, I am really happy about it. And I'm not done yet. There is another function. Because this is a rescue helicopter, it needs a way to rescue people. So I'm using a winch here, and there is a one-way racket, so you can release it here, and then you just pull back up the person or whatever. And now we can play a scenario. This one is racing through the desert, and this one is using the two cameras here to record it, so it can be both media and a support helicopter, so it's flying and it's recording him, and this person, the driver, is looking somewhere else and it goes into a crash, the car flips, and now we have a situation where the helicopter lands, so it lowers the gear, check if the driver is okay. The driver is okay. Now we need a way to put the car back on the wheels, so we can use this hook it up somewhere like here, and you can hook it up, and then you just wasn't good. Okay, and then you can just imagine you're flying and you're trying to pull, and you put the car back on its wheels, and then you simply remove the hook and ratchet back up, and you fly away. So that is the idea for my models for the challenge. I hope you like to see some manual models too. Not everything has to be motorized, and yeah, I'm really happy how they turned out, and I hope people will like them too. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a nice day. Bye bye.